Yeah, Mr. Shim, yesterday, actually this morning, about 3 o'clock, I sent out a letter, email, to the SUNY Charter School Institute and express that we officially want to start for applying charter schools through them. Okay, so we already put our name out. Tomorrow, they're supposed to write back to me and provide information and guidance regarding step by step how to meet the deadline for submission of the charter school application. Okay, so what I want to say is that we are already starting to officially telling the authorizers of New York State that we are here, we are ready to apply for a charter, and we're going to open up new charter schools in New York State. This is very serious, okay? I cannot do it by myself, right? I cannot do it by myself, but I am the lead applicant, which means I am the captain of the ship. I have to be the captain of the ship for this project to succeed, correct?
Yeah.
So, but my purpose is not to be the captain of the ship and run a ship myself. My purpose is to show everyone how to do it. And once people know how to do it, then there are many people can build beautiful charter schools that can help our children and our parents. Okay. Now, why I want to do that? It is because I have a vision about the future of education in this country. I have a vision that actually connect with your dream. Okay. I give you the example of you and me met at the community backyard park, right? By the schools of the public schools of this community. And you came to me and you gave me something that you want me to help you to spread to the families in this community, right? Basically, at that very moment, you entrusted me for a education project. You entrusted me for a very important education project that I was so pleased to hold hand with you and decided to team up to build a nonprofit organization called the Sacred Virtual Institute. Now, this nonprofit organization recently already are receiving donations, okay? And the donations are from your long-term extended family members. That's what I consider, okay? And they are also my extended family members, okay? So the H. Mart family, okay? The Mr. Kwang family, okay? So I consider them to be our team members. I consider them to be our partners for making a huge project of reform public school education in America. Agree?
Agree.
Yeah.
Very good.
So we are on the sacred mission to bring education, public school education reform to America. Okay. Now, why I have the confidence to be the captain of the ship for this project together with you, together with the Kwang family, okay, and together with the Weiss family, together with your entire family. That's basically, the Mr. Duik Shim family, right? And also Noah is connected with the Genitosio family, the Bao family, and the Wang family, right? So we're talking about a team that is very big. Basically, Noah's side has the Genitosio, which is Italian, okay? And Genitosio family also, the grandma side actually is a Jewish family from Russia. Noah's grandma, Eleanor Genitosio, actually her maiden name is Eleanor Katz. That's a Russian Jewish family. Okay, so we're talking about immigrants, right, from different places. And then Dr. Wang's family is the Chinese, right? The Chinese family, the Russian Jew family, the Italian family, And Mr. Allen's father actually is from Netherlands and a German heritage. So you see, quite comprehensive, right? And then here, White's family, right? And your family, the Korean family, correct? The Kwang family, So it is definitely a predestined network of extended family members. And I think we're very powerful. We're not alone. We have social roots. And people say, you are in America, do you have social roots? I say yes. Our social roots grow to all over the world. And our children right now in Flushing is from all over the world, right?
Yeah.
And in New York City and in New York State, people are from all over the world, correct?
Correct.
So right now, public school education needs to really be worked at. And I believe that what we are up to is going to be extremely important for the future of public school education. And tell me what you think, why we are so important, why we are so unique.
Yeah, we, now with the United States, also in the world, their moral, the spirit is very low. Yeah, so we must spread out the new moral spirit in the
Public school education,
public
right?
school educations.
That's the key.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is, yeah.
Thank you. So I started by saying, and I remind you, our critical meeting, that you handed me the book, the text. Do you remember? I accept the text and I read loudly to you in English and also in Chinese, correct?
Yeah.
Because I translated into. And so your Korean version started to directly then lead to the other two languages of moral education, right? So the Korean language, actually, the character, many of them are the Chinese character, correct? Yeah. So, moral education, why today it actually was initiated by you in Flushing community already in your late 70s when you met me. This year you're already in your 80s, right? Okay. And you this life were born in Korea. Correct?
Correct.
So then the Korean moral text actually was an inspiration that from the heaven to the chosen Korean teacher, moral teacher, Mr. Yue Gen, right? And that information had to be primarily in Chinese characters. Remember? Right?
Yeah.
And you, this life, decided to put a lot of effort to study Chinese characters. Ever since when you committed to study morality, right?
Yeah.
So I also do believe I want to share with you my vision that the Chinese language, in terms of teaching morality, is very, very key. Do you agree?
Agree, yeah.
Thank you. Okay? So, therefore, Chinese language actually is a very important platform for the whole world to learn morality. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Agree?
Agree.
Do we have consensus opinion on that? Correct?
Correct.
So therefore, I believe that logic is like this. Children, they are human, correct? They're not animals, right?
Yeah, of course.
Step number one, we recognize that our children are not animals. They are called human beings, right?
Yeah, of course.
Number two, if they are human beings, they need to know how to be a human.
Of course, yeah.
Therefore, education starting point is teaching children how to be a good human. Making sense?
Yeah.
That's fundamental, right?
Yeah, fundamental and the most important.
Most important, right?
Yeah.
If the school do not teach the children how to be a human being, what kind of education is this?
Yeah.
Now, why currently American education, we're not going to talk about other countries, doesn't matter, they are all the same, but let's just focus upon American education failure, okay? Why it's really now a critical moment. Just like Trump says, save America. Well, you want to save America, but how? Correct? First of all, education, public school education, President Trump repeatedly said it's a failure, right? Because like Mr. Elon Musk's child got the sex changed. From a man to a girl, from a little boy to a girl. Oh, what kind of public school education is going on here? That's why Mr. Elon Musk is very mad. And he teaches his little boy X, save America, help Trump. The little boy, now in his mind are two slogans. Save America, help Trump. You see? That is an emergency here. How to save America? I believe it's public school education reform. It's the key of the key.
Yeah, that's correct.
Not money. Yeah, it's nice you dig out some corruptions and stop those corruptions and the money waste. But no matter how much money you rescue, if our children every day is being sent to public school, that right now they are not teaching the children to be a regular human, no money can buy back their mind.
Yeah, they destroyed the spirit.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the most urgent project in America right now is public school education reform. I believe that's the case.
Yeah.
So you and me, and we need to bring this message very loud, very, very loud, constantly talk about it here in our moral classroom, non-stop, to bring attention. And we need to go to meet with Mr. Trump. Okay?
Yeah.
We need to tell him, if you want to save America, you need to put number one priority onto the reform of public school education. Because every day our children are not being taken care of, and no moral disciplines, right? And the teaching atheism, evolution theory, is all over the place, from low to high, throughout the American public school education and the college education. This has to be completely stopped.
Of course.
Communism, evil nature, need to be taught to all the children. Let them understand that communism is evil. Say no to it from very, very young. Okay, evolution is a lie. Okay, atheism is a lie. Those poisons has to be totally banned out from the public school education. Agree?
Agree.
So I believe that if you have a dream, and if you have a sacred mission, and you have been carrying it ever since the year of 19-year-old, and you do everything you can throughout your life to prepare for today, today is your time. Today is your time to make a leadership, to be a great leader, and to tell the world that there is something you have to share with the world. Okay? And you need to tell the world about how important is human morality. And Mr. Yuegen's book, right now, I think we shall have that known to all the public schools. And if they don't understand, we have the responsibility to make the book understandable. But the essence of it is the 5,000 years of traditional Chinese culture, as a matter of fact. So it's not one person's intervention, it's heaven's calling. But why the heaven's calling went into Korea instead of into China? Because China was already facing the Communist Party of China and destroying all the traditional Chinese cultures in Communist China. So the divine beings understood very well that the best way to preserve the essence of traditional Chinese culture actually is in the very precious land called South Korea. Okay? That's why South Korea is very special. South Korean people must understand how special they are and the sacred mission of the entire nation called South Korea. South Korea is in the middle of all the communist attack. You have North Korea, you have China, you have Russia. And amidst of all this red devil's power, South Korea, is preserved and to maintain tradition. But during the past several years, it's very obvious that South Korea is in great danger. Okay? Not only North Korea is pressuring South Korea, and Communist China is constantly trying to totally brainwash and buy the conscience and justice from South Korean people's mind. And to the degree today, the good president is about to be kicked out. Correct?
Correct.
So this is what I think we need to that's why today we need to be very powerful in our spreading the truth. Okay, in terms of the current crisis, the number one threat, just like the American government started to realize, is called CCP. Okay, the number one threat in the world, not only America, all nations, as a matter of fact, is CCP. If we can see that, then we must teach the children about it. And then more moral disciplines, tradition, values of both East and West needs to be put into our charter school, correct? So that's why I meditated over what is our role. What is the purpose of building charter school? And I decided that this is so important that it concerns everybody's future. And we need to be loud enough to let people understand why we are doing that. Okay. So that is in my mind. And that's motivating me to do the charter school project. Pause.